Hi and welcome to this week's Torah. In this week's Parsha we read about Bolok and Bilam. Bolok, the king of Moab, who wants to hire Bilam, the non-Jewish prophet, who is an expert at cursing other people, to come and curse the Jewish people so that when they, Bolok and his nation, wage a war against the Jewish people, they will be successful. And originally when we send off to Bilam, there are people from Midianites, as well as Moabites. They both go to have the conversation with Bilam. They get to Bilam, and suddenly we read, Vayeshvu, only the Sari Moab remain with him. Why is it that only the Sari Moab remain with him? And Rashi gives us the following comment. Rashi says that when they originally came to speak to Bilam, it says, Uksamim beyodam. They brought along certain charms. And Rashi says that can mean two things. Number one, it means that they brought certain things with them. So if Bilam says, I don't have what I need, then they could say, well, here it is. But they said they had another thing. They had a test. If we ask Bilam to do this and he says yes right away, we're on with him. He's our man. If we ask him to do it and he says, well, no, maybe, I'm not sure, then we know already, forget it. This guy will not be able to do what we asked him to do. And so as soon as they get to Bilam, and Bilam says, I'm not sure, I have to ask God, spend the night with me, the people of Midian left right away and said, forget it. This fellow is not going to be the guy that's going to help us. And it's interesting to note this, and it's interesting to maybe even use this as a springboard to understand other people, to understand people that might help us and people that might stand in our way. If you ask somebody for help and you have to beg them to help you, you have to convince them, well, I'm not sure, no, please, can you help me anyway, but please give me anyway. Very often, you will realize that that person will not really be able to help you properly. Because they're not in it. They don't really want to help you. They don't really want to do it. They need this detail to work out and that to work out. And if everything works out and everything works just the way you want it to work, then and only then, maybe they'll help you. And you're barking up the wrong tree. And it means the other way around. If somebody else asks you for help, either you want to help them and offer them the help, or you can't help them and say, no, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But don't drag people around. Tell people, well, maybe I will, and maybe if this happens and if that happens, either it's yes or a no, but don't be the kind of person that nobody can really rely upon and nobody knows where they stand. Bilam is that kind of person. We are not Bilam. We are better. We will either help someone or we won't be able to. But to be pushed and dragged into something kicking and screaming and then to not bring any results, that's the worst of both worlds. Then I've had to convince you, I've spent a lot of energy, and it wasn't even worth it. So next time somebody's either really playing hooky with you and you can't get them, or you're asked for a favor, make sure if you can help, you help. And if you can't, send them on to the person that could do the help for you. Have a very good Shabbos.